Hey everyone, welcome to my final rant on why my generation sucks, part 6. So, any further ado, let's get started. Let's start off with bandwagons. We pretty much know what that is. People who pretend to like or care for someone or something just because it's popular and it's out there. You'll find bandwagoners everywhere in music, sports, etc. Here's some examples, like the death of Amanda Todd. When she died, I know a lot of people acted like they actually cared that she died and actually cared about stopping bullying for good. Oh, I will miss her. I will miss Amanda. She was my best friend. We were so close. Oh, really? Then where were you when she was being bullied, huh? Did you even try to help her? Yeah, I don't think so. Fuck you. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Not to mention there have been some people who said that she was a hero and a perfect angel. Now, to me, I would say that Amanda, based on seemed like a nice person who just wanted to be loved, who made mistakes, I would have to say that she was kind of an angel in her own way. But how was she a hero? Because she committed suicide? I don't see how anybody can be considered a hero based on committing suicide. I mean, that's like saying Kurt Cobain's a hero because he committed suicide. I mean, does that make any sense? Either way, leave Amanda Todd alone and let her rest in peace, okay? Amy Winehouse. She surely had a lot of bandwagoners when she died, and it was obviously the ones who thought she sucked as a musician, calling her names like Amy Wino, Druggy Jew, just fucked up names. Some people actually thought she died from a drug overdose, but thank God it wasn't. She died from alcohol poisoning, which is pretty much still a drug. Obviously a drug either way, but she has so much alcohol in her tiny little body, it just caused her to shut down. It just caused her body to shut down. Even people will make jokes referring her to her rehab song. She should have gone to rehab, but she said, no, no, no. Ha, ha, ha. Not funny. You're a dick for saying that. And there were also people who started to download her music from iTunes once she passed away. Oh, now you want to listen to her music? Why weren't you doing that when she was still living? Fuck you, Amy Winehouse, bandwagoners. It was really messed up how Amy's last concert performance would be fans booing her on the stage because she wasn't herself because of the drugs. Amy's last concert should not have been like that. Someone should have actually helped her out, or better yet, cancel that concert instead of her trying to walk on stage and perform a song. I understand they paid good money to see her perform, but how could you be so heartless and cruel to even just boo her like that? Now, if there was any Amy Winehouse fans or people who enjoyed her music before her death, no matter what, good for you. Michael Jackson. It's like ever since that talented man passed away, there were a lot of bandwagoners, obviously the people who despise him because they thought he was a pedophile. I don't see how anybody can say things like that to the king of pop. Like I said, in my thoughts on the Amanda Todd story, you can't just believe everything the media says. They just release crap just to mess you up. Listen, Michael Jackson was not a child molester. He loved children. Don't you people get it? He never had a childhood because his father forced him and his brothers to sing. He did not have the time to enjoy his childhood. And if you can give me some proof that he molested children by finding some lost tapes or hidden footage, then I don't buy that crap. I know there were bandwagoners saying, yeah, Michael Jackson's the best. He's a legend. I've been a fan forever. Oh, okay. Well, what's your favorite song by him? Duh, I don't know. Screw you. Get out of here. If Michael Jackson was alive right now, the bandwagoners would go back to square one like they were when he was alive. They'll probably say, if he would have come back from the dead or something, they'll probably be like, "Oh shit, the pedophile's back. Let's stop joining the bandwagon before he goes wacko jacko on us." Shut up. Shut up. Stop calling him wacko jacko. And then of course they complain about him. He almost dropped Blanket. Did he drop him? No. So why don't you just shut up? I mean, damn. True Michael Jackson fans, if you stick by him through thick and thin, or you just a fan of him, or you stuck by him no matter what, good for you. Keep doing that, because the King of Pop will never die. Then there's sports. Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, and so on, there are a lot of bandwagoners who only support a team when they become good. If the team is not good or mediocre, they will not even care enough about that team. Let's take basketball for example. The Celtics. They pretty much became a terrible team once Larry Bird and Kevin McHale retired from injuries. Even when they got back into the playoffs, when it was just Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker, sadly no one gave one damn about the team. But once they brought in Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen in 2007 with Paul Pierce to form the Big Three, I'm sure there was a lot of bandwagoners, especially when the team won the finals in 2008. They'd probably be like, "Hey, so how long you been a fan of the Celtics?" Since 2002. Oh, really? You remember when Paul Pierce played with Antoine Walker? Who's Antoine Walker? Oh, okay, so you don't know who that is, but yo ass talking about you were a fan since 2002. Get out of my face. Even though the Celtics were mediocre back then, I enjoy watching Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker play. You don't remember Antoine Walker doing the shimmy shimmy dance? Wow, screw you. Who else? Oh, the Clippers. The Clippers is another big example. They have loads of bandwagoners ever since Chris Paul arrived. Nobody wasn't talking about the Clippers, especially when it was Blake Griffin's rookie season before Chris Paul. It was all about the Lakers. All about the Lakers. Hey, man, you remember when Elton Brand used to play with the Clippers? And you remember when Lamar Odom played his first 4 seasons in L.A.? Who's Elton Brand? And Lamar Odom plays for the Clippers now. Yeah, I know that, dumbass, but I'm talking about 4 seasons earlier. His first 4 seasons when he was drafted in 1999, way before he met Khloe Kardashian. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, okay, but you're a Clipper fan? Wow. You should be ashamed of yourselves. If you've been a fan of the Clippers since day one, hell, even when they went to the playoffs in 2006 when they had Elton Brand, Sam Cassell, and Corey Maggette and Cuttino Mobley, way before Chris Paul or Blake Griffin, good for you. Good grief. Then there's the Miami Heat fans. I think there's been like a lot of Miami Heat bandwagoners since LeBron came when he left Cleveland. And it's obviously probably some Cavaliers fans that were fans of LeBron. They probably just jumped the bandwagon and became Miami Heat fans because LeBron joined. Really? Look, if you're a Cavalier fan, then why don't you stay as a Cavaliers fan? But I guess they figure, oh, well, since LeBron's going to Miami, Cleveland's going to suck. Might as well join the bandwagon. Come on, man. And I hate how bandwagoners always bragging about how their team is so damn good and rubbing the other people's team's faces and stuff like that. It's like, come on, get out of here with that crap. Now, I can understand if you're a LeBron James fan, you don't care what team he plays for. Okay, that's fine. I understand that. But come on, you used to be a Cavaliers fan, but your ass becomes a Miami Heat fan because LeBron is there. Oh my goodness. Again, if you are a Miami Heat fan way before LeBron, hell, even when Dwayne Wade and Shaquille O'Neal was there, hey, good for you. Fine by me. But good grief. Bottom line is, bandwagoners are just ridiculous. I wish they never existed. They're nothing but a bunch of a-holes. Now let's talk about kids and teenagers these days. The majority of them are just plain ridiculous that I just don't get. Some little kids these days are just bad. Most of them just whine and complain about certain things. They are just so whiny and so bratty. Let's say your child wants McDonald's for dinner, but it's been a long day for you and you are so tired that you just want to go home and relax. The kid will probably whine, scream, get angry, even if you're out in the public, until she gets what she wants. And most of the parents don't discipline their kids like they used to. Instead, they'll just give them and make them happy by giving them she what they want. Some kids may even curse a parent out if she don't get what they want. And the parents just keep getting younger and younger. Why? Why are kids having kids? Just enjoy your childhood and don't worry about having children until you're an adult. See, this is why parents these days need to give their children discipline for the things they do. Just like what happened to the bus monitor that cried last year. That's a perfect example of how kids are just cruel these days. But, even if you do discipline them, they still might be badass kids, or parents may have a child who's always bad to the bone since day one when they were born. You may also experience children who may call the police or 911 on the parents if they discipline those children. Even if you do get your parents arrested, do you think you're going to still be in your cozy home playing video games? The answer is no. The children are obviously going to end up in a foster home unless they have other family members who are able to take them in. I crack up every time whenever my mom says badass kids, because there are some badass kids out there, man. That's why people have to ask themselves, do I want to have children in the future based on some of these kids' behave these days? Honestly, just because you may get married doesn't mean you have to have children. If you don't want to have children, then you don't want to have any. It's perfectly fine. It's your life. But you'll probably have some people who may have a problem with people who don't want children. They'll probably be like, what the hell's wrong with you? You should be ashamed of yourself. You're so selfish. Up, shut up. It's their life, not yours. So why should it affect your life? Deal with it, accept it, and keep it moving. That's why you have to make sure that guy or gal wants children or not, because if that guy or gal doesn't, but you do, your relationship or marriage may not last long unless you find a way to work things out. Maybe you can convince your wife or whatever about adoption, but she'll probably be like, I want to have my own child coming out of my belly. Well, at least you'll do a better job taking care of the adopted one than the parents did. Plus, having your own children pretty much costs a lot of money. I mean, when you adopt, I don't think it costs a lot of money to do that. Also, I've heard that little kids receive cell phones. Heck, maybe babies too. Either way, why are kids using cell phones, especially at the age of 3, 4, 5, and 6, etc.? They don't need them. The kids probably don't even know how to use it. I believe people should receive a cell phone at least at the age of 13 in the 8th grade, at least before high school comes. And why are kids on Facebook? They're not old enough to know what goes on the website. Most kids don't even go outside like they used to. They don't have creativity anymore. You got to have some type of creativity and imagination when going outside instead of being stuck in the house all the time using cell phones, iPods, and watching television all the time as well. I mean, damn. I mean, sometimes when I was a child, sometimes I would go outside. I didn't go outside as much because I really didn't have a lot of people around my age that I could play with. I remember I did like earlier when I was like 4 or something. There was this kid I remember named Phoenix. He moved like before I started the 1st grade, and since then I ain't really have nobody to play with around my age until like I was in the 5th grade. Then once I moved over here to this neighborhood where I'm living at still now, I still didn't have no one to play with because there was no one around my age to play with. But not to mention I don't like kids who tries to get attention, and they're so hyperactive. I got an older cousin named Kayla who's married now. Her husband's son. My goodness, I ain't got nothing against him, but he is so hyperactive. I asked myself, can you please settle down? I mean, good grief. He obviously does it to get attention. That's why you got to let people who are like that, kids that are like that, let them know, hey, you don't need attention, okay? We'll love you either way. Just please settle down and stop it. Good grief. Not to mention, most kids and teenagers tend to try to buy things, but it costs a lot of money. And your parents may not have enough money to buy it for you, but, because money don't grow on trees. And let's say someone got a teenage daughter, some teenage girl wants some cool boots or something just to fit in with the crowd at high school or whatever, and then their father tells them, no, you can't get that because I don't have enough money. She'll probably be like, I hate you. You know what you should do? That just causes her to get slapped in the mouth, and then she'll probably end up crying, and then she'll feel bad about what she said. I just wish most teenagers and kids, people in general, just realize that money doesn't grow on trees, And why you want to get something that costs us a lot of money? I mean, damn. I know sometimes my dad asks me, hey, D, you want a cell phone? You want a new cell phone? You want a new cell phone? I keep telling him no, because I'm good with my own cell phone. Even if I thought of getting a new cell phone, but it costs a lot of money, I'm not even going to bother getting it. Now, if it's something that doesn't cost a lot, it's the right price, sure, I'll get it. But I'm fine. I don't need no new cell phone. I'm cool with the cell phone I got. And the last thing I want to say is about teenagers. I don't like it when teenagers feel like nobody cares about them, like nobody loves you, when in reality they do. You just need to realize that. I mean, for goodness sakes. Plus, I know there's some teenagers that try to fit in, be a part of some crew or something, or some club to fit in and be popular. No, don't do that. Create your own crew, okay? Create your own club of good friends around you, and you'll be fine. You don't need to be popular, because it's probably the people that's part of the wrong crowd. Don't be part of the wrong crowd. And as for teenage girls, you know how society is in the media talking about you have to have the perfect body image. Teenage girls, don't listen to society and media. They just want to mess you up, make you feel bad about your body image. Listen, love your body the way it is, okay? Love the clothes that you wear. Just love your body. Just know that you have a beautiful body, and that's it. Just love your skin within. I just thought I'd let you know that. Anyways, this has been my Why My Generation Sucks Part 6 video. This is the last one. I hope you guys enjoyed. My generation, get your ass together, are the things that I said. And I wish people stop using the word shouty. Stop using shouty, okay? Give other names for girls like sweet sugar, pudding pie, dumb cake, dumpling, sweetlicious, cutie, hottie, anything that's not shouty. I mean, for goodness sakes. Okay, that's all I have to say. Goodbye.